Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
It's
What's up?
W
What's up? What's
Podcast.
up? What's up?
Woo! It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, y'all. It's Wednesday. It is
Yes,
time for
indeed.
another live show. It's time for another good feature, another wonderful week, another well, it's almost the end of the week because we've made it to hump day. So
With new quarter coming, October 1st, Friday. Let's go.
it's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm
It's
excited though. Like I've been a little mellowed out this week,
mm-hmm.
real calm and quiet. But I'm ready for these next 3 months.
Yeah, I'm ready for the
I'm ready
next.
for these next 3 months. I'm ready to finish what I did started, go a little bit harder to try to finish up some things. But hey y'all, September then came and it then went. Like
I'm telling you,
just like that.
September holidays.
Just like that.
I was like, God, it's over like that fast, and it's really
That
over.
fast.
It's really
That
over.
fast. So, you know, hey, let's get it.
It's really over,
It's a
Queen.
lot coming up. Oh my God. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. We'll be in 2022 soon. Y'all ready? I'm ready. I'm just ready because it's my birthday in January. So
That's a reason.
that is a reason.
That's a reason.
That's the reason. So hey, but Queen, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Queen. I'm really excited about the next quarter. Because for one, the new quarter starts my children's birthdays. I'm about to have an 18-year-old and a 17-year-old. So
Wow. Wow.
like I couldn't be happier that they're healthy and growing up. But then on another note, I'm terrified
Yeah.
for them to have to go out into this place that we have had to learn how to condition ourselves to be a part of. So I'm utterly terrified for them, but I'm also excited for them because, I know they're raised right. So, you know,
Yeah, and then they want to go out of your girls want to go to school out of town, don't they? Yeah,
yes, both
that's
of
a
them.
yeah,
But I don't
but
mind that in Tallahassee.
but it's the experience for them.
Yes. In
It's gonna
Tallahassee
really
sucks. So
and it's
it's not.
gonna make them be like, look, this is what I want to do. I got to mature. I ain't gonna be home. Ma ain't gonna be the one to wake me up in the morning to go to school. It's my daughter. She was like when she graduated from high school. The day she graduated, she was like, Mom, it was so weird when you ain't tell me what time to be home no more. She was like, you ain't say what time to be home, like nobody to wake me up. And she didn't stay home the first year when she went into when
Right.
she
She stayed
stayed
on
on
campus,
campus.
right?
So
Yeah.
she was like, she was kind of scared, but she was excited as well because she knew it was something new.
Right.
But she said it
Right.
was kind of scary. And I had that feeling when I graduated from high school. The day that I walked across the stage, it was just like going up there, walking across the stage, something just came over me. And I'm like, in my mind as I'm walking, like, dang, I really am an adult now. Like, this is like, I'm really is just really responsible for myself and my parents. They responsible for me, but it's really on me now and how my
It's
life
on
go from
you.
here.
It's on you. And the
So
thing
I
about
just,
that is that like I think graduation day was real. It became real. Like
yes, most
every
definitely.
it just became the most real feeling that I had ever felt in my life. And
Yeah.
I was terrified because and it wasn't like a terrified like, oh, you gonna fail. I was terrified because like it was like, yeah, my mom, I got to really do this now.
Hmm.
And then I did it and it was not scary at all.
Yeah.
So, there were times when I wanted to do things differently or start over or said, I want to go home just because I don't like paying bills. or
That
especially,
part.
I think that was really one of the only things that made me feel like I wanted to go home, because the freedom, the ideal of knowing that what you're doing is for you now, that felt good
Mhm.
to me.
Yeah.
So, but it's definitely something. They definitely growing up.
New
So,
beginnings. New
new
beginnings.
beginnings. So y'all, today, what's up, y'all? Though, what is happening, y'all? Today is actually um Freestyle Wednesday. We're gonna be talking about a couple different things. We jumping all over places today, and that's the gist of that's the
Freestyle
gist of it.
Wednesday.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. So you definitely want to tune in and follow along with today's show, because you want to give your multifaceted feedback. Today
Yeah.
will be a multifaceted conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just want to say, me and Queen rocking the natural ponytail today. Both of us rocking the natural ponytails today.
Yeah, Queen. And yours look
Yes,
real good. I
honey,
love
I
your
love
hair
it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
though.
This
so,
natural hair thing. Come on now.
so Queen, tell me something. Like, before we jump into the show, because I want to we got some interesting conversations today. We got some interesting topics, but look at E talking about twins. Yes, today we are rocking it.
Yes,
How you
E,
doing,
you know.
buddy? I hope you had a great birthday.
Yeah. Okay. You and Trick Daddy and everybody else.
I'm telling you, y'all had a lot of people celebrating. So I hope you had a great birthday, buddy. And I hope you still celebrating,
All week long.
because it was just Monday. You got a whole couple more
Yeah,
days.
all week long.
Yeah. So before we jump into it, Queen, I wanted to ask you one, just, and I'll respond to. I'll give my
Okay.
opinion as well. Cause I love to throw questions at you and then I forget to respond. But okay, so with what's going, it's so many different climate changes in the world right now. We got them talking about the market, the stock market getting ready to have some
Crash.
hits and crash. We
Hmm.
got the government on the brink of another shutdown. We got your boy found guilty. You we got we got whether or not women are good enough for good men, and these are our
They
topics.
ain't ready. They ain't ready.
Out of all of those topics, which one is one that you're the most excited about talking about?
I could care less about the government stuff. I'm sorry. Just being honest. And the whole R. Kelly thing, the thing about the R. Kelly one, yeah, we got to get into that because some people talking about they ain't listening to the music no more. And then y'all women that ain't ready, shit, y'all really just ain't ready.
But I think because that topic stuck out to you the most, that was the one I was thinking that would be the most exciting one for you. But
All of
all
it's
that
all
that's what
of
okay.
all of
So we on the same page then. So
it, all of
all of them
so all
deserve,
of need to be talked about.
all of
But
them
the
need to be talked
government
about.
one, child, please, them government people, they just government people.
Well, we'll fly through the government shutdown one, but um I do want us to have to hit on it a little bit, because a lot of our people either don't pay attention to that type of stuff, or don't have an understanding for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I do want us to say that, though. We will talk about that, but we're gonna jump into our quote of the day, and that is, don't take anything for granted. One small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. So
Absolutely true.
very, very true. There's
Absolutely true.
literally that's a very it's a true statement, and it's something that actually um helps you align what you're trying to do. So if you get up in the morning and you're thinking negatively, don't you know that most of your thoughts are going to be negative thoughts throughout the day?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So which in turn leads you to kind of have a sucky ass day. And we don't like that. So we try to wake up thinking legitly positive, even if we bumped our head getting out of bed. Like, dang, I was sleeping wrong.
That's why I don't first thing I do getting up in the morning, I stretch, I read, I pray. I'm laying in the bed, pray. I mean, like literally before I hit the floor, my feet hit the floor in my house, I'm gonna pray. Then I'm gonna get up, brush my teeth, do all of that stuff. Then I do my morning meditation devotion. I don't even get on social media. I don't check no emails. You can text me. I ain't even gonna check the text.
I know you don't respond to late because I'll text you early when it's on my mind. Because I'm a person that got to say it when it's there. So even if it's a 1 o'clock in the morning text, I'm gonna text it, put it in the phone as a draft.
Yep, and send it later.
Like I have to, if it's right there on that thought process, I gotta make sure I say it or get it down then because it's gone after that. I don't, and I know my memory. I have a very bad attention span when it comes to remembering things that I've been thinking about. I have to write stuff down. I have to go ahead and do that so I can process it and move on.
And sometimes I might after praying, I usually write my dreams down. I got to get back to actually writing my dreams down. And if I don't write them down right then, I'll speak into my phone what I dreamed, the little bit that I can remember. But as I write them down, the dreams start becoming very vivid again, and I can continue to write what I actually dreamed about. But I don't do no social media because you won't, man, look, like you said, the first thought, first thing in the morning. So if you get up and you go straight to that phone, man, you're going to be on that phone
and that ain't cool. That ain't cool. That is not cool. Like, so you're not even supposed to start your day. Like, I don't think that's a normal start to a day. And I think people our age should not be running to our phones first anyway. When I have to touch my phone in the morning, the first thing it's about hitting the alarm to hit snooze or to stop it. Stop the alarm. I put that thing down. I start stretching and meditating and doing all that before I get out my bed as well. Because if I don't do that before I get out my bed, how I'm finna walk?
Yeah. And I don't think people realize when I heard, who was that? It was somebody talking about that. About stretching before you get out of bed. And I was like, dang, I thought I was the only one did that. I was the only one did it.
I know we was talking about it I know we was talking about it before, but I don't know where the first conversation we heard it from, but I believe it was I don't know if it was something I was talking about with Yashika with her.
It was Yashika. That's exactly who it was. Because she did a whole video on getting out the bed before you get out the bed in the morning. And we did talked a little bit about that with her when she was on the show.
That's right. So I know, and when we was talking about it, I was like, dang, that make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? But I was already doing that, but I didn't know that it helped. Like I was doing it to make sure I could wake myself up. Her breakdown of it was talking about like the health of it, the mental effect it plays on your body. You know what I'm saying? Because when you stretch in the morning, you are also waking up other parts of your body. And which is also regurgitating back to your brain. All of that is one in one. You got to stretch your mind, your body, your muscles, everything. So we be having some good conversations with the interviewees. We're gonna get back to our interviews too because we got October coming up. We got some people scheduled, and we're gonna start playing the interviews from the tour. So
I can't wait to y'all see those interviews from the tour. Like, oh my God.
And I found a different concept that I want to talk to you about too, Queen. So we'll talk about that. But we're gonna talk about that because I'm see what happened. It hit my mind.
Write it down.
Right, I'm about to put it all out over there.
Write it down. Okay, we got to surprise the people.
Yeah, we got to surprise people. What's up, Joe? How you doing, buddy?
What's happening, Joe?
So today's fact of the day, it's almost like a quote fact, but It was a fact. So hey, life's greatest lessons are usually learned at the worst times and from the worst mistakes. And I think that's pretty true.
That's most definitely.
I
And,
definitely think that's pretty
but
true.
you got to go through those times.
Right.
You got to go through those times so you can actually learn. And by you going through those times, that's going to be for you to be able to help somebody else that may go through something similar.
Right.
So we
It's
have
going
to go through those times.
a lot of our experiences and things we got to deal with anyway. It's some
Mhm.
most times to help people
To
anyway.
help others. Yeah. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't understand that though.
They don't
A
want
lot
to.
of
They
people
don't
don't
want to
understand that.
understand it. They don't want to understand it, Queen, because that's not hard. That's
Mm-mm.
definitely not hard. So
Not at all.
it's not. So I definitely think that most times people just look for the negative in in situations anyway. So it is what it is. But so our first topic of the day: are women ready for good men? Y'all,
Child.
Queen feel a certain type of way about this. So Queen, start us off.
I don't think all women ain't ready for good men. Cause some of them ain't good women. So you some of them still hurt, still dealing with childhood trauma, adult trauma, all type of stuff. And some have good men right there that they didn't let pass by, that they actually didn't rant away. See, and then I'm old school too, so like I'm about what being submissive, all of that stuff, all that. Like letting that man take the lead, let him be the head and everything. Now, I will say this: I will let you take the lead and be the head, but you got to be leading us in the right
Yeah, I
direction.
was about to say. So
Period.
so we got some men on here, and I want to know from the men what makes a man a good man, because you hear all these different types of conversations about women who think they're good women, and they have backup information or receipts to tell you why they feel like they're good women. So I want to know from the man perspective, what makes you a good man?
Mm,
Guys, fellas, tell me.
somebody.
Somebody tell me what makes you a good man.
Somebody.
I gotta know this because I really I really want to know what a man feels like, what makes them good as well. So here we go with an answer. Let's get this response. A man that is self-aware of himself and his role in the world. So can you can you give us a
Elaborate a
little
little
bit
bit
more
more.
information on that? Elaborate a little bit, because I mean I like that's a good opener
Look,
to
I'm
what.
about to say, Shell, you need to send one of them the link so they can come on and actually verbally say how
E,
they
you
feel.
E, tell me if you got a moment to come on and say it, Joe E, because I send you the link.
Especially,
I'm interested. I'm interested in.
yes, because Joe then wrote almost a paragraph down here. Like, Joe, you need to.
Let's see what Joe talk about.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
E say send it. I'm finna send it to you.
it. Yes, he appreciate that, bro.
E. Oh my goodness. So Joe, Queen, read what Joe said, Queen.
Joe said a good man is honorable,
Discipline.
respectful, productive, loving, intelligent, a family man that cares. You know, he communicates well. That's what he said in his comment. Which
Okay.
that I agree with Joe. I agree with Joe on that. And especially like everybody got to be on one accord when it comes down to your relationship.
Yeah.
Everybody got to be on one accord. Everybody got to know their role and
But
play.
the thing is though, like when it comes to that, I don't think people realize that your relationship is going to be based on the two of you. I can dig a woman being old school and bringing her old school concepts into the relationship. Also, I can dig a man that brings his old school concepts into the relationship, or whatever methods they believe. But up front, discuss those things so that y'all won't go in butting heads.
And
Because
that's
if y'all,
important.
most of the time, if you have an understanding of each other from jump, you ain't really gonna have too many problems, because you know what your partner's finances and how they handle finances is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they're going to handle stress, how they're going to handle how they're going to be with discipline. With you're going to know certain things that are going to make you aware of the person you're dealing with. So you won't have to worry about whether you stepping on somebody's toes, or whether you can say what you want to say to your partner. You should be able to be just as comfortable with them and have no issues with them being 100% them. And I
You got
think
to be yourself now.
you
Because
you know
I don't want you to be nobody else. Now that means you lying to me if you somebody else.
what's up,
What's
E?
going on, E?
What's going on? Hold on. Get this lighting together. Loud.
It's just really interesting, because I think a lot of people come into relationships being somebody else first, and
Yeah,
then
that's true.
when they start realizing, and they see red flags, men see the red flags, women see the red flags.
But we
We just
ignore
got
them.
this hope that this person is going to eventually turn into the person we want them to be, and that ends up being a real huge issue, because we got somebody that just said Deidre Randall said facts, because that's true. You end up coming into the relationship acting a certain type of way at first, not this person seeing you for your real self,
Yeah.
and either you're not ready to let them fully see you for who you are, or you can't keep up that role, or it ends because why? Y'all, that's
You
not
done
who you
lied.
are.
Yeah, that ain't who you done lied the whole time.
So at
You over
some
here
point,
thinking you
that
somebody else.
falsehood comes to an end. So E, go ahead and break down to us what makes a man a good man.
Like I said, someone who's self-aware. I think if you have someone who understands who they are, everything else is coming together. Like everything what Joe listed is true. A man
Yeah.
is be responsible, is gonna handle
Let's go
whatever.
back to that list.
Good family man, loving, caring, compassionate, understanding, firm, disciplined, all of those things. But I think all of those don't come into play until a man truly knows who he is.
Who is?
Flaws, know his shortcomings and knows his strength, and know how to use it within in the world. Once he gets that understanding of himself, that's when he can go out and truly love a woman. But until he has that understanding, he lost. He a lost puppy. And
He can put on fronts to looking like he has it together
definitely,
for
Eventually
certain
come out.
situations.
that
It,
happens all the
it,
time. All the
yeah,
time.
long time too, long time. So
That's a long time to be acting, but people do it.
but they don't feel like it's an act though, because they formulated in their brain that this is who they are. This is what women do too. So it's the
Oh
same
yeah.
thing when it comes to men.
Right.
They have falsified or made this fantasy person of who they're trying to be, because they're trying to uphold that standard of who that woman wants them to be as well. Like
Right.
a lot of people come into these relationships broken, so broken, and they don't even know that they're not ready, because they haven't had a conversation with a real person to say, you know what, you're really fucking up out here. Yeah, he said you got the R&B pose going on.
Joe, you off the chain, Joe. You got the R&B pose coming on.
And
Joe,
that's how you was coming on camera.
look at E.
But
Well,
I think So okay, so when you get into the conversation of are women ready for good men? Now that question really sat on my shoulders the other day, which is why I had to put that up, because I was like, it's the representative showing up. You can't keep up. That's right. I'm telling
Keep
you.
up that
I'm
appearance.
telling you. I'm telling you, because it's not you. It's not you. But that person who you go see in that mirror every day and you get disappointed with because that's the person that's
you.
you.
Right.
That's you.
But yeah, but like y'all said, it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with women. Until you truly understand who you are and not about, playing games and thinking that you have to set people up, you know what I'm saying, play these little mental gymnastics to try to get your way or whatever, and just realizing what's going to come to you is going to come to you, especially if you're a good person. It's until then that you become, you know what I'm saying, that woman that you want to be. But, and like you said, like y'all said, it takes time to get there. And sometimes, most times, especially when you're younger, you just have that representative. You probably imitating somebody that you knew, that you probably admired growing up, and you thinking that's what it is.
That's so good, E.
Yeah, but
that's so good.
Yeah, it really takes the point of, I think, and y'all kind of mentioned it, y'all kind of alluded to it earlier in the show about how you like wake up and some people just get straight in their phone. I want them straight to the phone, people. So y'all kind of make me feel bad. But
my bad, E.
My bad.
We didn't mean to put you out there on front post like that, friend.
I'm gonna try that stretching thing though. So y'all taught me something.
I'm telling you, it works. It really helps. It helps. It does help.
I think that one thing people have to learn to do is quiet their mind. It's not to be on the TV, not to be running around trying to do things or whatever. Quiet your mind and allow the God in you to speak to you.
Come on, E. Come on, E. Come on, bro.
Listen, E. So I was watching a seminar the other day, right?
Yeah.
And the name of the seminar, the reason the seminar was titled "Honoring Yourself," and in the seminar they were talking about. They said that exact same thing, that people don't know how to quiet their minds. Right. So with you saying, repeating that, it's a reminder that that's something that needs to be reiterated on a regular basis, because we do not realize how many different things affect us or sit on us throughout our days, and we have no knowledge of where it even came from, how it got there, but we know that it's sitting on our shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Look at E. I can't.
Hey, Felicia.
I've been for a minute, so I had to get my little kiss before she get up out of here.
I love it. I love it. We understand. So we got another comment. It says people can only love a person from the level of love they know. Ooh.
True.
Ooh. That's deep. Yeah. That's deep. Yeah, but that's true. Yep. Definitely true.
That is true. So with that being said, I had a comment earlier from someone, because we had a lot of comments on the post when I put this up the other day, because a lot of men were agreeing with the fact that they don't believe that women are ready for good men. Now, to me, a quantifiable solution in that is what E stated from the beginning. When you know yourself and you know exactly who you are, and you know what you bring to the situation, that other person can't belittle you, change you, remold you, undiscipline you, any of that. But what they can do is show you that they're not right for you.
Right.
Because all of that right there is traumatic shit that healthy person should be walking away from. So a lot of healthy people have walked into damaged relationships or dealt with damaged people and tried to fix them and make them good people. So okay, so we got this. It was a question up here earlier where I think it was Joe Let me go back to that comment because I want us to.
You cannot fix people.
Joe said
That's what
some
people
women
get it
are
wrong.
ready, but a better question is who is preparing the women. So that to me goes back to E's comment of knowing who you are. People can only raise you for so long and give you what they were taught. They're not going to give you what somebody else was taught. They're going to give you what they were raised on.
Right.
So it's going to always be up to that person to take that, what their knowledge of what they were raised on and the things what they gather themselves to help them be who they are. Gonna help them be that or create the person who they are. So it's not about who's preparing the women, it's about what the women are doing to prepare themselves, what
Right.
the men are doing to prepare themselves.
Mhm.
You can't, we gotta stop depending on other people to help us be the person we need to be.
Oh,
Right.
that ain't good.
We got to stop depending on that.
It's on
Like,
you.
It's
Your
all you.
It's self-awareness. It's even
Yeah.
self-esteem. It's all about what you have in you, and you have it in you. It's
Yeah.
there. We are intelligent beings, each and every one of us. So it's there. You have to do the work. You have to do the work to find out who you are and your triggers, your traumas. Now, granted, hey, that means going to a therapist, going to a spiritual advisor, going to somebody who can you see who you are. But at the end of the day, you still have to do that work. No matter if you paying a therapist, that's cool, but their job is to just direct you. It's still your job to do the work.
that's all they've ever done.
That's
A
all it's
therapist,
ever done.
a counselor has never really sat there and gave you active advice.
Mhm.
What they do is allow you to talk your own advice up.
Right.
Anything, because what they do is have you talk
You
about what you've
encourage
been through.
yourself.
You sit up and once you get it out, what you've been through, now they start asking you, now how did that make you feel? What did you do to do this? How did you do to do that? They're asking questions that only you know the answer to.
Right.
That's what a therapist is. They're not there to fix and mold you. They're there to help you understand you better.
Right.
Giving you just a better understanding of yourself.
I say this now. I'm sort of a feminist. So I'm a male feminist, if you will. So I'm always gonna look for the man to fix himself. I do understand that there are women, there's definitely women that's toxic.
Oh, what you say? Right there. Yes.
But one thing I want to make sure is, speaking from a man perspective, is that I don't want men too many times I see men leaning on the toxicity of women to justify their own.
Ooh, E.
Oh, I got something for that though.
Don't make me put my head down in here.
I got something for that. Cause you know what it is, E? And I was watching T.I.'s show when it was on. And his friend Pimpin' Ken said something about a friend that was in a toxic relationship. And I just told my mom this yesterday. And he was like, the friend was like, man, I want such and such this type of chick. And he told them, know why you can't have that chick? Because you won't step up to the level to get that chick, because you comfortable with the toxic chick, because you don't have to move, you don't have to level up or anything like that. So you will stay right here with this chick here that's toxic, because you can't even touch that chick that you really want, because you too scared to step up.
Control and power.
Oh my God.
That's true.
So it's a mind thing. When your mindset start to change, you start to level up.
So we're gonna get into a deeper version, a deeper conversation on the mind thing in the level up when we get to the Ira Kelly situation. Because it goes deep. No, I'm serious, because y'all know that shit go deep. That ain't this ain't just something that people just choose to do. These are things that these people are okay, so we're gonna go deep on that. But Joe, you are absolutely correct. We have a comment from Joe. Leaders and mentors are needed. You can't just expect young people to just figure it out. We're not, and that's very true. I have no issues with that statement, because that's, now when I made the statement of you got to figure it out for yourself, I wasn't talking about kids. What I'm talking, because we constantly need mentors as children, as the youth. So I'm talking about when you think you're ready for these grown up as relationships. Kids are going to date as kids, and it's gonna be it's gonna be, they're gonna learn
Yeah,
some
all of
things.
us been dated as kids.
They're gonna learn some things.
But see, those can be toxic too. It's some toxic teenage relationships out here.
Kids deal with toxic situations from the things that they see. So that's where the mentors and the leaders come in. So leaders and mentors are always needed, even as for older people. They are guided by social media leaders and mentors. So people are constantly needing people to be guided by. It's just what you choose to follow. So if these kids are out here minding toxicness and they're following that's what they're going to lead themselves down to. And then they're going to end up having to go to this long years of therapy trying to fix and better themselves instead of just following, because it's evil these days to follow a positive person. It's evil.
Oh, yeah.
It's evil.
Right.
It's just not cool at all. It's not cool.
So most children do face temptations and things that they shouldn't be doing to learn where they need to be going. So we definitely need the leaders, Joe. That's what we out here for. Listen, there was a post earlier that said people are obsessed with marrying and dating financially stable partners and forgetting to check mental, emotional. Ooh, shit. Listen, let me tell you something.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Man, that's what I was talking about earlier about the red flags. Y'all see the red flags? When
you seen them way at the beginning.
When that woman freak out because she got fired and she start throwing shit against that wall, put holes in the wall, you see the red flags. When that man punch your goddamn window out because you came 5 minutes late, that's a red flag. But you want to ignore it. Oh, I made him mad. Or he just had a bad day.
You ain't picked up the phone, all that.
I mean, so those that's mental instability. That's emotional instability. You can't even put your emotions in check. That is spiritual instability, because at this point you don't even care about your morality.
It's out the window.
All out the window.
All out the window.
I just tell people I don't do crazy. I'd be a friend, but nope. Nah.
And I done been in a toxic relationship. And it ain't
no crazy Gemini. She ain't no crazy Gemini. Get that.
Yeah. That's good. But she's a Gemini. She just ain't no crazy Gemini. Because the thing is, though, what people fail to realize is that Geminis are only crazy when you make them crazy. Geminis do not just appear to be that way at all times. Not all of them.
People.
Not all of them.
Because
you got one.
They
more laid back.
Yeah. Nah,
they real laid back.
It's all good. All my air signs out there, I love y'all. It's Team Libra, Team Aquarius.
I can't deal with you. I can't deal with you.
But the red flags. I used to be quick. Like I said, used to. Yeah, even though I'm just a year in, I still gotta remember I ain't no single man. I be the catch myself. I be talking in present tense, like, yeah, I was dating Shorty. I was like, when I dated Shorty. But no, yeah, I used to be real quick. I seen the red flags. Nah.
Nah.
Because you gotta care about you first.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I mean, it's always some level of liability you're gonna have with the other person. You guys have to build with each other. No one's perfect. And it's always gonna be type of tension because you bring in. I think when y'all brought it up a little earlier, you coming from two different households, two different experiences. And so those together, it's tough because one person is an absolute truth, may have never been in a situation with the other person, and you're trying to bring that together. So it's always going to be that tension, but anything that you have to deal with on top of whatever, no.
I ain't to deal with it.
Ain't. What they say? I ain't here to raise nobody. I mean, it ain't gonna.
And you're not.
And as a man, I ain't gonna raise no girl. I ain't gonna raise.
Come on now, eat that part.
No.
So yes, Joe, we are gonna be talking about R. Kelly, Joe. We got a couple.
Oh my God,
but the
yo.
thing, we're not talking. But see, the thing is not just about what we're gonna focus on today is not just the R. Kelly of the situation. It's the whole situation, and because I don't really want to discuss the R. Kelly situation really no more. He guilty. That's that.
Yep.
And like that. So, but as far as obviously we rolling into it.
That rolling into
Well, wait.
But hold on. Before we roll into it,
because I don't want to give y'all none of my tea that I'm gonna spill Sunday. So
that's what I'm saying. So hold on, before we let you go, E. Hold on, we got another comment. It says red flags, Lord, but we as women sometimes just see the good in people and just let them red flags just pass. But in the end, them same red flags they showed at the beginning are the ones in the end. It never changes.
Yep.
It never changes.
Women are definitely nourishers. Y'all have a kind of heart. Y'all, for the most part, y'all want to. It's that motherly instinct to save and nurture somebody. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. That's not a weakness. That takes a lot a lot of emotional intelligence to do that. So it's not a weakness. Right. But it goes back to knowing yourself. It's going back to knowing what you deserve and knowing that, okay, it's one thing if this person just have, a subtle flaw, maybe just not great with money. Yeah, I ain't with money, but not great with money. Or, maybe he got a little eye. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean he gonna go cheap, but he may recognize what he's looking. If he sees something, he may look a little bit. Mm-hmm. Those little things you can work with. But yeah, you have to know, like, look, this is what I'm worth, and I'm not gonna be nobody's social worker. I'm sorry. Right. You want to figure it out before you go here, because when I'm with you, I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build a life. And I'm
also not going to forget that you are a human and that you're going to deal with emotions, that you're going to come home and have a bad day, that you're going to come home and need somebody to lean on. I'm not going to forget any of those things either, but I'm also not going to be the person that has to fix you.
Exactly.
And that's really what the key thing is, trying to fix somebody. And that's what those red flags be showing you, and you still ignoring them because you think that you can fix it.
I think the key is even if someone has a flaw, like seeing that they're working towards exonerating them. And when you're doing the work, it's like, you know what? You may not be there yet, but I see you trying to get there.
I see you trying to get there, yeah.
I think we can get together. You got enough of what I don't have and vice versa, and we can put something together.
Right.
I can help you with that. But I know you really don't need me. You're going to do the work yourself. But if I can help you get there, become greater, and then we both can become greater. That's God's plan.
It's magical, baby.
That's magical. It's and nothing but magic come from that. Mm-hmm. Energy never lies. You can feel when things don't sit right with you. When it doesn't feel right, 9 times out of 10, it ain't right, and that's true.
Especially us women, we be knowing from Jumpstart, like she said before. We be knowing, but we ignore it.
We want to fix it.
Yeah, we be knowing. We be knowing. You can feel it.
So thank you, E, for coming on to
give us that
No, seriously, we truly appreciate you coming on, letting us know what a good man is. So these women can prepare themselves for that.
Man, I love y'all. Y'all keep doing this thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, E. We love you too, homie. Enjoy the rest of your birthday week, buddy.
41. You know what I'm saying? Woo!
Woo!
That boy, that's so shout out. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the R. Kelly discussion. And I do think that the people who are defending the guilty verdict, I don't feel like their complete defense is trying to defend the fact that he's not guilty. What I believe is that they feel like there's more that should be happening to the people that are involved with the situation as well. So I do have an understanding for that, but I don't think they're coming out right with it. I don't think they're talking about it right. I don't think they expressing themselves correctly with it. They're doing something wrong because you sounded like you defending a pedophile. So if you don't want to come off sounding like that, just shut up.
Don't
Like,
say
don't say nothing at all. It because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you literally talking about a pedophile and defending what
and
they did, what they didn't do, and trying
it's
to
crazy.
justify it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Because a lot of people saying, well, what about the parents? Some of the parents know what was going on and why the parents ain't locked up and all of that too. And it is so much with this R. Kelly thing that it's just like, where do we go? Then you got the people talking about they will never listen to his music again.
That's crazy to me.
They'll never scream it. But good music is good music.
I don't what that
Somebody
got
listen.
what the music got to do with the person.
And that's what listening to one of the talk shows, flipping through the TV yesterday, and heard one of the it was Cheryl Underwood. She broke it down. She said, "Well, you talking about you don't want to listen to his music," but she started naming her the Weinstein man. She just started naming a lot of people.
The movies they watching.
Yeah, she started naming all of that, and I was like, that part there, exactly. And what about all the other people that you so-called like? And you don't know what they doing, and they doing the same thing, but you just don't know.
I saw that D.L. Hughley had posted something saying y'all around here standing up for the national anthem, but y'all talking about y'all ain't gonna play R. Kelly music no more.
That part.
I
don't even stand up for the national anthem.
Point too. I made a point of that on my post today. Because I was like, y'all, I mean, there's nothing to discuss when it comes to the guilty verdict. He guilty. He done had, he got a lot of guilt in what he was doing. So we can't defend that. Like, it's wrong to defend it. But then you got on this other end of all these other things. Now, this is the portion that I wanted us to focus on with this situation is that America is built on rape, sexuality, and taking advantage and molestation. That's what this country is built on. But the issue is that when a black person does it, they're going to get pushed to the edge of the earth with it. But white people get away with it because it's built on that in this country. That's what it stands on. You got movie star, you got musicians back in the days marrying 13, 14-year-old girls. These mothers, these parents signing their daughters over to these grown-ass men. These are 30, 40-year-old men. And y'all let y'all babies marry them because of the history of this country. This country is built on bullshit. Rape, torture, abuse, molestation.
All of it.
How do you think that shit went on for so long with this R. Kelly situation? Because it's accepted. It's accepted.
The whole thing with Aaliyah, all of that.
If somebody went back in the day and told, when all this was going on, if one of the kids, because out of this whole situation, I feel terrible for the victims. These children were children. So now, because of what they were put into, you could think about the effects that played on their life. You could think about that they going into relationships with fucked up thoughts because of the things that they've had to experience. You can think about the fact. So now we see them as the victims. We know they're the victims. Y'all don't think that this situation started off with these entertainers starting off as victims?
Yeah, he was a victim.
I ain't even talking about just him in general. Yeah, I'm talking about entertainers. Entertainers. They are fucking, they come in as pawns in this industry. We're going to eat off them. We're going to make so much money off them. So we're going to do things to make them happy so that they can constantly make money for us. We're going to give them things. We're going to give them children. They bring in children in the studios for these men. They going to islands. They going to places in Florida and Palm Beach, and they had little girls at these parties. These are children. This country is built off fucking and taking advantage of children. The entertainment industry is built off sexuality, exploitation. That's all these entertainers are walking into. That's what they're dealing with. So I'm talking. So just imagine. Okay, so put R. Kelly's shit to the side because, like I said, this ain't about him really.
Yeah.
Now think about people like the Black Beatles boys, Ray Shamar and them. Okay, so you got people that are bringing girls to the studio for them. You got people that are bringing drugs in the studio for them. You got people, yes, children. You got people that are catering to them to also fuck up their mind because this is a control issue.
It's a
Now
control
listen,
issue.
it's a control issue. We're gonna do things and allow them to be a part of this cult type shit that we got going on so we can keep them trapped in because now they owe us. We don't just gotta pay them for being entertainers. They owe us too.
Yeah, because they invest in them. They invest all the money in them. Now you my slave.
Now you the slave. You the slave to the now you a slave to the entertainment industry. You got to start doing what they tell you to do now. It ain't you making your own decisions no more. Now you sleeping with people who you don't want to sleep with. Now you showing up to events you don't want to show up to. Now you doing concerts and shows that you don't even want to do. You're catering to people who you don't even believe in. But when you speak against those same people, now you a problem. How many times do you think these entertainers say, and they are talking to themselves saying, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to be gay. I don't want nobody hunching me. I don't want to be in this room full of kids. I don't want them bringing these naked little girls in here. Elvis Presley sat in several studios with naked 14-year-old girls.
His wife, she wasn't number what, 15?
14, 15.
Yeah, I know she was like,
and he was what, 30 something, 40 something?
Like 30 something years old when they married.
That's rape.
Yes, indeed, he was. A lot of them was underage. Your favorite celebrity couple, she was underage. It's a lot now. It's a lot of them out here.
The only issue is that the black people expose themselves to the shit. They come out and talk about it by putting each other down instead of trying to fix the shit. Like that
it's crazy, man. It's out here though.
It's all about money and power. It's literally about money and power. So as long as these people because you're a puppet, as long as they keep on doing this right here.
And think about like the people, the ones that's in the industry, a lot of them come from nothing. A lot of them come from nothing, and they know that. So that's when the psychological stuff come. Oh, they come from nothing. So we throw this out here, tell them that we can do this, go buy them this, go buy them that. You know, your eyes go cha-ching. You as that person, because you feel like, because they showing you that love at first. But baby, I heard someone say that was in the industry in the 70s, and she was like, the stuff that she seen, she knew that she just had to stop. She was like, because I seen some crazy. She was like, I seen some crazy stuff, and she was like, she was like, I just knew that this wasn't for me.
Right.
Bad as she wanted to be a singer, had an album. I cannot remember her name. Had an album out, and nobody probably would never know who she is unless they really know about music like that. And she was just like, she just stopped. She stopped her whole career. She was like, because she just couldn't deal with what she was seeing.
And what you was going to have to face and deal with.
And it's a whole dark side when it comes to that industry, baby.
I've seen entertainers say, I've heard entertainers in interviews saying, you don't want to come to studios.
Yeah.
It ain't just what you think, like a hangout in the smoke. It's like, it ain't that. It could turn into a disaster in there. And it turned into things, just seeing things you don't want to see, stuff you don't want to be a part of, which is another good comment here that says so many people in the industry disregard their morals and integrity for fame and fortune, and it's
That's
true.
true.
And it
That's
ain't
very
just for
true.
and
And one thing people need to know, it ain't just the rappers, it's the
singers,
gospel singers, it's
all of
everybody.
them,
All
everybody,
of it.
rock
You don't exclude
stars,
nobody ain't
everybody.
excluded. Nobody is excluded. All
And
of
that's
them.
very true. Jay-Z is 11 years older than Beyonce and targeted her at 19, 20. And guess what though? You think that he was told not to target her?
And she could have been a little bit younger than that. Because it could have been when she first got into the industry from what
They
they
already had that man knew who he was supposed to go and jump on because they already was gonna build her up. They know what they be doing.
Yeah.
She
They pick them out. That's why she is who she is. And I didn't. Well, Missy Elliott didn't said it publicly. She was like she wouldn't be who she was if Aaliyah was still here. Now Missy Elliott said that out her mouth publicly on 106 and Park way back when. Hey, look, if you remember 106 and Park, that was way back when. But she said it, and I said that when she said it, I was like, "There's some truth to that. There's some truth to that." But that industry it's a whole nother ball game, baby. Like
it's a whole nother ball game. You
it's a whole nother
you
ball
don't
game.
even know what you getting yourself into half of the time. And so a lot of them that be running to it thinking that it's gonna save them and make their life better. Most of them be worse off. They unloved. They don't know how to love. They giving up all their money to buy people to keep people in their corner who don't supposed to be there. It's a whole lot of negativity going on with it. So this R. Kelly situation is not it's an expose. It's an exposing what goes on. But it also just lets you see that from jump, people are built up to do this type of stuff. That's what they're groomed to do in this industry.
And they just made him the example because it's a lot more of them.
A lot more.
And they just made the example out of him.
Exactly what they did.
And I'm like, and I look at the parents too. Like, how could you just let your child just go with somebody because they talk about they're gonna put them on and produce them or help them with their acting, their music and stuff? How you as a parent just let your child just go with somebody that you don't even know just because you only thing you know about this person is that this person is famous. They might not even have the money that you so-called think that they actually have.
It's the hope.
Let your child
getting them
go
out the hood. They want to get out the hood too.
So and then they done gave the parents a couple of dollars too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then some of them was sexually active with the man. I was, it's just, it to me is not. He got what he deserved. I just wish because there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I don't got no buts, ifs, ands about it. He got what he deserved. I just wish America would face their demons in this, but they're not gonna do that because of the simple fact that they make money off of it. They get too rich off of America's addicted to celebrity culture, and this was a symptom of it. Yes, true indeed. And they got many more symptoms. You got and I don't understand how Charlie Sheen ain't locked up. He was knowingly out here fucking these women, knowing he had the possibility of what HIV or something.
HIV.
It's
It's crazy.
So moving right along, we're gonna talk about this stock market real quick.
Stock market. Y'all get ready. If y'all in, get ready to sell or get ready to buy. It's either or.
It says that the Democrats aim to keep government funding as talks continue on $3.5 trillion bill. Democrats race to both avoid a government shutdown and salvage President Biden's domestic agenda on Capitol Hill with the Senate preparing to take up a short-term funding patch in advance. One of the fiscal priorities lawmakers are weighing simultaneously. Senate leader Chuck Schumer said that the chamber could vote as early as later Wednesday on a standalone measure extending government funding currently set to expire on Friday at 12:01 through December 3rd. Such a measure would likely garner GOP support, allowing it to quickly pass both chambers. So, you guys know that our country is in over trillion-dollar debt, right? Due to the war that was going on in Afghanistan, because we were spending $360 million a day for a war.
I always wonder how we be in debt and you print your own money.
We're because the American dollar is in debt. It's not just the fact that we're the government and we print our own dollar. It's the dollar in general is not. It's in debt.
It's not valued the way it used to be.
So our great grandchildren gonna still be paying off this debt for this government, and in order to run the government, you got to have money. So we're constantly getting dollars from the government, meaning that the government is borrowing from itself, which is from taxpayers' monies, proposed legislature, and oh my God, it's another person on here with these comments, child. Where I gotta can you go on there and block this person? I don't know how they begin on our page, but I want to. Let me see if I could do it. There, I got it. Okay.
A-hole.
Yeah. So, but anywho, so we're in debt basically to ourselves as a country. We've borrowed way too much money. We haven't even gotten these tax dollars yet, and we ain't even got the tax dollars yet, and we already owe the money back. That's how behind we is in debt.
Crazy.
So, with that being said, the stock market is set to crash at some point. And I know it's not a lie because I just tried to go in like 3 hours ago and try to cash in my cash out stocks. Because I wanted to get my shit out of there. And
I need that part.
And it's froze.
It's
froze. So it's some stuff going on behind the scenes, Queen. Now, how do you think? Because this affects the federal government. This affects everybody federally, and that includes state employment and everything. Because a lot of state jobs are federally. They get their money from the federal government. And I know that for a fact because when I used to work at Elder Affairs, a lot of our contracts came in federally, and which meant that a lot of the employees got paid through the federal contracts. So if the money wasn't there, now you got to borrow more money from the state out of the general ledger, and the general ledger ain't got a whole lot of money. So it's a lot of different things going on, and it's a lot of worries with people because, for one, we did remember when Obama was president and we had the actual government shutdown.
Yes.
When federal parks was closed.
Yep. All of that.
People were still going to work in hopes that they were going to get paid, but they weren't getting paid at the time. They still weren't getting paid. So if we fall into another federal shutdown, it's different. It's way more different now because back then, you had a lot of more people that were still okay with getting up, going to work, doing things for themselves. Now you got a lot of people who ain't even willing to work.
And with the whole pandemic, COVID, all of that stuff.
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
I literally don't know how to look at it beyond we just have to wait and see. And be prepared.
And be prepared. And be prepared as much as you can. And that's all you can really do. That's all you can really do. Getting your plan together for your own self.
And then they also trying to go. It's on the agenda to approve a roughly $1 trillion infrastructure bill in the House to vote, currently set for Thursday. Some Democrats are threatening to oppose the infrastructure bill, which could in turn make the government shut down because they're not coming to an agreement. And these people be out there arguing about people, our lives, not they. It don't affect
It
them.
don't what stuff that don't even affect them. Don't even affect them at all. But it's affecting the rest of us are out here. Crazy.
It's gonna affect that unemployment. It's gonna affect these banks. It's gonna affect so many different things if the government decide that they're gonna shut down. So don't take anything for granted.
Yeah, just have your plan in place.
Don't take anything for granted.
Have your plan in place. United States, we live here though.
She said we live here though.
maybe we need to go to Ghana like the other 5,000.
Like the other 5,000 people that that's a small group though. That's a small group when you talk about all these black folks over here in America. 5,000 people is not a lot.
Not at all. But maybe we need to be a part.
We'll make the population of Ghana increase though.
Yeah.
But do the government got enough money to get them people over there? Because one thing about it, ain't no Medicaid.
Something you got to think about. Ain't no other freebies out here.
That's the way America keep you stuck over here is because they offer you resources.
Stamps, health insurance.
They done loaded the people up on them stamps today and they won't even give us working people none.
Look, you see what I put under the comment though.
Girl, I see that too. Woo, yes, it is. This the ghetto, baby. America is the ghetto. It's so ghetto over here.
The ghetto. Doom, 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 the ghetto. I mean, straight hood. Straight hood. Gangsters all outdoors.
I was watching a comedy show last night, and Lavelle Crawford was the comedian. And girl, he said, he's so funny to me. He say, I had this is joke. He said, so I be thinking about that I might go to heaven. He was like, and so I was like, if I go to heaven and I see that God white, I'm gonna be like, I knew it. And let me tell my go on, send me over there to the hood because I know you ain't gonna keep me over here because you white. So that's what he said about the white God. And then he said, but if God black, I'm gonna cuss that nigga out. Why you let us go through all this? Why you let us go through all this?
Why you put us through this hell?
You just sat back and chilled while we was going through all this?
Lavelle Crawford's stupid.
So he talking about, man, but if I get up there and I see that it's a white man, I'm gonna expect that we were supposed to.
Look, I want to know what he would have thought if it was a Mexican. Or Asian.
Queen, go on, drop a good note on here for the people.
Man, look here, y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in today. Appreciate you, E. Thank you so much. Y'all make sure y'all check out E show. E got a bomb show as well. Salute to Joe and Pat. Man, y'all know it's Wednesday. SW Podcast 6:30 every Wednesday. YouTube. We are also on the Freedom Train Network Facebook page. And y'all look, just stay positive. We're going into this fourth quarter, baby. So get ready to hey, it's never too late. It's never too late to start your race, to finish what you're trying to finish. We got 3 more months left in this 2021 year, baby. And I gotta say, I'm grateful because I done had a great year, and these next 3 months finna be even better, baby. I'm just ready. I'm ready to look at my reports and how much I done made as well. Because I know I told y'all that last year I was gonna be in a new tax bracket, and I think I'm almost there. So I appreciate that too. But man, look, stay positive. I know sometimes it may be hard for you to motivate yourself, but man, do what we say. Get up and stretch in the morning and just try to start your meditation and see where it, see where it take you. Trust me, you will. Once you start, you'll be consistent at it because you'll love the way that you actually feel by actually
Exactly.
doing it. So, man, look, do your video journals or write whatever you're gonna do. But one thing I will tell you, smile every day, baby, because the other side of the tunnel is always sunshine and light. You
And
just got to
if
believe.
you just gotta believe it too, and
That's all it
you
is.
gotta be affirming it. So
Yes,
thank y'all again for tuning in. Salute to
yes,
E. Thank you for jumping on and giving us the male point of view. Thank you, Deidre, for your comments and your
yes.
participation.
Appreciate you,
We
Queen. Appreciate you.
appreciate your time, because it is your time, and that's what makes it out the show all the better, is people are willing to dedicate their time to supporting you. So we appreciate that. Thank you
Yes,
all for tuning in. Piggybacking off Queen and what she said, always do something to affirm yourself on a day-to-day basis,
yes.
because regardless of what you have going on, there's always a reason to smile. Always a reason. I
Always.
mean, literally, there's always a reason. Just you opening your eyes is a reason. Now, the only way that opening your eyes is not happiness for you is if you was hoping you died in your sleep.
I hope
Other
it
than
was.
that, then you supposed to be smiling, be happy.
Yes,
We life y'all, we love y'all, we appreciate y'all, we thank y'all for taking out the time just to even be with us. And we look forward to next week and any week after that we have the opportunity to spend time with y'all. So y'all take care of yourselves, enjoy the rest of your week, get going to your new week with grace and mercy, because October is next week, baby. It's a whole new month, it's a whole
it's
new
Friday.
quarter. It's a whole new
Friday.
quarter. Well, when we come back, it'll be
Well, when we
October,
come back, it will be new.
but it start this week. It start this week. So definitely get yourself together. Be happy about what you got going on, because let me tell you, October is here, baby.
It's
This
here.
last quarter is about to be dynamic. Set yourself up for
Yes,
greatness. We like y'all, we
yes.
love y'all, and we appreciate y'all. Until next time,
Peace.
peace. Eh, eh, eh.